I just built my first SaaS product for businesses and broke into the B2B SaaS market on my first try. During my journey, I developed an entire formula to get ideas, validate them, and make sure there's a market full of users willing to pay for your software. Throughout this video, I will go through my entire process and how I implemented my B2B SaaS formula. But before that, some context. After my last video in which I built a B2C SaaS, I decided to switch things up by going B2B. I was attracted to this business model specifically because of the following. Business clients pay more, they're more likely to remain loyal, and support and feedback is a lot easier. Knowing these upsides, it was a no-brainer to me. I have got to try this. But the problem is I don't own a business. So how would I know what problems businesses are running into? And that's when it hit me. I devised a bulletproof plan that would provide me with all my idea validation needs. All it needs is a little bit of effort. Step 1, foot through the door. As a non-business owner myself, I have no idea what problems business owners are encountering. And one super note that I'm going to share with you is that you never start from the idea, you always start from the problem. Because an idea is no good if it doesn't solve a problem. So to find a problem, step 1, you got to find a friend who owns a business. If you have no friends who own businesses, find a friend of a friend. If not that, try a friend of a friend of a friend. Anyone who's not a complete stranger. Friends, parents, uncles, dogs, pets, anything. I personally went with a friend of a friend who recently started their own contracting business. And if you have no connection at all whatsoever, then what you're going to want to do is go on Google Maps or Yellow Pages and start contacting businesses by calling them. They're not going to answer your email, and they probably don't even know how to use email, if I'm being honest. During the call, be clear. Let them know that you live in the area and you're trying to sharpen up on your skill set. Then you're going to make them the offer.
I'm going to make them an offer he can't refuse.
Which leads us to step 2. What you're going to do is offer to build them a website for completely free. If they already have a website and are really happy with it, offer to build something else. Get creative. But they may be hesitant since it is a free offer. Matter of fact, you may be hesitant, but it's all going to work out. Why free, you might ask? What are you going to get in return? All you are going to ask in exchange for the website is a testimonial that you'll send them in a short survey after you complete the website. Now, how is this survey going to be of the same value of a whole website that you spent great time and effort building? Well, it's all in the questions that you ask. I'll have the link to the exact Google form that I use in the description for free, but if you would like to make your own, make sure to use the following questions. Question 1, how do you get your client? Question 2, how are you using technology to make your life easier? And question 3, what are 2 to 3 things that are holding you back from where you want to be in the future? These are the million-dollar questions that you need to find a problem and think of possible solutions that would be useful to the one user that you already might have. So for me, within about a day and a half, I built the whole website and sent it to the client. Then I just sent over the Google form and waited for my intel to arrive to me. Step 3, building. Finally, everybody's favorite step. I got all the information that I needed from the Google form. Now I have a problem that I believe I can solve with a tool that I can build. Even though I really wanted to, I didn't hop straight away into coding it. First things first, I designed the program, starting off with one feature, determining precisely how it would work before I would write my first line of code. I even sketched out the layout of different pages in a random notebook that I had lying around. I then approached the client and said, okay, I'm going to build the following tool that does X, Y, and Z. Would this help you? If the answer is no, then you got to pivot. But for me, the answer was yes. So then, I just started building. My MVP was basically a portal for clients of contractors to view information about their current project. So let's say the contractor creates a job in my application. Once he provides the list of tasks that need to be completed, he can check some off and the client will see the progress of their project being done in real time, and they can view information and updates. After building a usable MVP for this product, I sent it to my client right away for them to try. I then got some useful feedback on some unnecessary features that I built. And constructive criticism is super valuable at this point because that is what's going to take the software to the next level. I would then do this about 2 to 3 times, making my software more useful and more worth that price tag. Speaking of pricing, that brings us to step 4. The underpricing of SaaS products is a common problem that most founders run into, especially in B2B. When you are providing a lot of value, it's important to charge your worth. I'm going to reveal to you a little trick that I learned to make sure your SaaS is never underpriced. And it'll go a little something like this. Say you already have a price in mind. Let's say $60. What you're going to do is you're going to talk to your client and say, hey, I'm thinking about offering this product, and I'm thinking about charging about $300 a month. Yes, you're going to mark it up ridiculously. More often than not, they will respond with, hell no. I wouldn't pay more than $120 for that. Boom. Now we found out the max they would pay for this product, which was double what we were thinking at first. Now establishing the price should be quite easy. We built our product, we figured out our pricing. Now we just need users. That brings us to step 5, expand. For most B2B products, I would recommend starting locally and acquiring your users manually. Start cold calling again, cold emailing, whatever you got to do. Just start trying to get those users yourself.
Pick up the phone and start dialing.
Just like you found your first client/user, you'll be able to find 1 to 2 to 300 users. And thinking about a way to leverage our first client, I'm going to share with you a little hack that I figured out. So, your client will most likely have connections to business owners similar to them. If that's the case, you can offer him an incentive to every user he brings to your SaaS, whether that be a percentage off of his subscription or even a monetary gain. This will have your first user working for you to get more users. In this situation, you're bound for success. Now say we got 12 users with this method and we're charging $120 per month. That's $1,440 a month. Now the only way to go from here is up. You get 12 users, 1,200 users, 12,000 users. And this is all extremely possible. But now remember, not every project is a success. In fact, most turn out to be failures. However, the failures cannot deter you. You have to complete this process 2, 3, 4 times before you can see any success. But the most important thing for you to note is that nothing productive goes to waste. It all accumulates. All the experience that you've got from building these trash, failed projects are what make you that much better to build your successful one. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't even know what I'm doing. And I never did. And I'll give you a little secret, none of us do. But we all have to figure it out along the way.